Mradi wa Lapsset ni mojawapo wa mradi ambao umetajwa kuwa badilisho la maisha ya wakazi wa maeneo ya ukanda wa kaskazini na mashariki mwa Kenya. Lakini je, wakazi gatuzi la Isiolo wanaofahamu wa mradi huo? Ili kupata ufafanuzi kamili tumefanya kikao naye Abduba Nagere ambaye ni meneja wa mradi wa Lapsset katika kaunti za Isiolo, Meru, Samburu na Marsabit.
Maana halisi ya Lapsset ni Lamu Port Southern Sudan Ethiopia Transport Corridor Development Authority. Na ilianzishwa 2012 in March. Na it has 7 components. Ya kwanza ni highways, and sisi watu wa Isiolo tumekuwa beneficiary ya one of the highways ni Isiolo Moyale highways, and we all know the impact it has in terms of socio-economic. Now traveling from Isiolo to Moyale, it takes matter of hours, na hiyo ni benefit kubwa sana.
Na je, Bwana Abduba, ni njia gani kamili mradi huo utapitia?
It is one of the government institution that listen to do stakeholder engagement and listen to them, so that whatever is implemented can be implemented from the stakeholder engagement. And some of the people are saying that, oh, your route is changing from here to there. Some of these changes are initiated by the stakeholder engagement. For example, if we do the road initial plan was to pass through some military barracks, to pass through some graveyard. When you visited the ground and people tell us this is the graveyard, we are also human. We decided to divert. That's why there are so many diversions along the road. Some of them are technical issues. Expertise tell us it's not possible to pass because of the terrain. It might not be possible to pass place X. So that's what made us changes. And the map is of Isiolo. The route is complete. As we speak, the route is complete and the map is ready. They can always come to Isiolo office, our regional office, and look at the map the way it is. It is complete. And I'm hoping that people will embrace and tap on the opportunities available for the communities. If you start from Garissa, the border, it will pass through a town called, it's not a town, it's just a village. But when the project passes, I know it will upgrade to town. It's called Escort. Garbatula is the corridor is 10 kilometers from Garbatula town, and also some 15 kilometers from Kina town. Kolamawe, it touches Kolamawe. Yak Barsadi, those are the, and then Garmara, and between Garmara and Daba, those are the two few towns that it touches. But that doesn't mean that there are future plans that we also need to the plan for the 50 kilometers on either side of the road, so that any town which is closer or within the 50 kilometers should be upgraded on the facilities so that it supports the corridor economically.
Hapa akiweka wazi kuhusiana na kiasi cha ardhi ambacho kitatumika.
The element that I have seen, first the corridor itself, because there is a lot of myth that Lapsset is taking huge land. Only what we require is 500 meters wide. That is where the road will be. That's where the railway line will be. That's where the pipeline will be. That is where the electricity line will run, and even the fiber optic will run. So the people who are out there telling communities that we are taking huge chunk of land, it is only 500 meters, which is less than a kilometer. Forward for engagement with the communities. If there is any question, the regional office of Isiolo is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 for any inquiry, so that we give them the right information. Don't rely on information that you hear in town. Some of them might not be correct. We are here to give you the correct position of the corridor.
Meneja huyu aidha ameelezea manufaa yatakayotokana na mradi wa Lapsset.
Lamu Port, the government has done 3 berths which are complete, and Lamu Port is unique on its own because it is the deepest port in Africa with 17.5 meters depth. During construction, a lot of drenching were done. So it is one of the deepest port, and that's one of the unique features. And it has a wider container capacity of 400 meters wide. Those big ships that used to dock at Durban port now can dock in Lamu. That's the added advantage for us. And even for the livestock keepers, this is the first port that has a facility for livestock holding for export to European countries or UAE countries. And we've seen of late, we've done several ships to Oman, which is a good thing for northern people. The other component is railway, and we hope to do, and we've already signed bilateral agreement with, in terms of management and building of SGR with the Ethiopian government, which is ongoing. Of late, you've seen the Minister for Transport who came and visited our Minister for Transport, and we had a bilateral agreement. Is a good progress for us. The other one is the pipeline. We all know that we have crude oil in Turkana. The crude oil should be transported using the pipeline from Turkana to Lamu. And we have another pipeline coming back for refined product, which we are targeting the southern Ethiopia. Actually, the main target for Lapsset is southern Sudan and Ethiopia, the southern part, which has a population of almost between 70 million to 100 million. If we do transaction with only southern Ethiopia, I think we are in good trajectory in terms of economy. And the other one is fiber optic, electricity, Grand Fall, Resource City, International Airport. And Isiolo also is benefit to the international airport. Isiolo Airport was completed and opened in 2017. We have a slight challenge with the size of the runway, but we have 1 kilometer which is operational. What we should be concentrating on now is the marketing of Isiolo Airport, so that we are able to transport. We have a scheduled flight. We have horticulture business from Meru, Timau. How do we tap on those potentials so that we make the airport active? And even we have abattoir, which is upcoming. Very soon we'll be having the abattoir up and running, where we are supposed to export meat and meat product to Arab countries. I think those are the benefits that is closer to Isiolo, and Isiolo people should wake up and tap those potentials. The other one is Grand Fall. Isiolo is, we are planning to make Isiolo to be a horticulture, production of horticulture product. So tapping Tana River and doing mega dams along the Wasunyiro River will help Isiolo people to change their mindset from livestock keeping to agriculture. That's why the Lapsset corridor was muted, the idea was floated, and the implementation is done. Because it is very rich in minerals, natural resources, wildlife, livestock, horticulture. Those are the opportunities along, even the land itself. In Kenya, the only land that's available for any future infrastructure investment is in northern Kenya. It covers 65%. And Lapsset project is expected to contribute, once complete, to contribute 10% of GDP into the national coffer.
Hapa akimiza vijana wa Isiolo na kaunti anazosimamia kuwa tayari ili kunufaika.
These are a benefit to our communities and our youth and our women. So how do we tap? I always tell our communities that there is no investor who will employ you because you are just a resident of Isiolo, Isiolo people. So what we need to do is we strategize ourselves by getting skills, the required skills in advance, so that when these opportunities come, then you have an upper hand from other employment seekers. So that I also tell my colleagues that let's empower our youth to go for technical trainings like plumbing, masonry, electricians, welding. Can you imagine somebody getting a contract doing welding works for doing the pipeline from Turkana to Lamu? By the time it reaches Lamu, this guy has enough capital. Even if the pipeline project is over, he can start his own small business of welding. That is retention of skills. I know our people do not like these manual jobs, but that's why the world is going. Technical skills is very important, and I urge all my all youth in Isiolo to get technical look for this white collar job. It's never enough for all of us. So what can we do to keep ourselves busy so that we don't indulge in drugs and other bad things? I have not seen even, because the corridor is transport, aspect is transportation of goods. I have not seen anybody who is trained on logistics. It is an opportunity for us, because once this rail start, the road transport start, it is logistic. If you don't have the basic skills about logistic management, then it will be a challenge for us. Other people will take those opportunities. So I'm advising our youth to take up those courses which are relevant, so that they are targeting the corridor development in future.
Mwisho ana ushauri huu kwa wakazi gatuzi la Isiolo.
My final word is to the Isiolo community. Somebody told me once that nyinyi watu wa Isiolo, before I joined Lapsset, somebody told me that nyinyi watu wa Isiolo, if you don't panga yourself, mutapangwa. So let's wait to pangwe. Let's panga ourselves with the required skills, look for the opportunities, get the right information about this project, and align ourselves so that we benefit in the near future. Thank you.
Lagu jina Wajombe Kamachu.